Good day, lightsaber addicts. Today is part two of What Happened to Maul After the Phantom Menace. If you joined us last time, we have Maul and Savage Opress at the on the ship after their fight with Obi-Wan and Asajj Ventress. And yeah, they're just in space, chilling out, not sure what to do. So episode one of season 5 starts in this, and their ship is boarded by pirates. Hondo's pirates. If you've known Hondo before, funny pirate. I love him. Hondo's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
He has some
awesome.
good lines in this.
Yeah.
Um, so some of the pirates that actually board the ship change loyalties and going to fight for Maul and Savage. So Maul decides he's going to create an army. So he ends up that he's going to go to Hondo's lair and recruit him also, and the rest of the pirates.
Yeah.
So on the way there, Obi-Wan and Adi Gallia, Jedi Master Adi Gallia, end up tracking the ship,
Yeah.
and Obi-Wan calls Hondo, and Hondo's like, "Whoa, they're coming at us. What's going on? And this is your problem, Jedi." And Obi-Wan's, "Well, no matter what, they're coming for you. So,
Be ready.
get ready." Yeah. So, but Obi-Wan and Adi Gallia is, going to the planet to try and help them out. Join some forces together. So yeah, so they land, and of course Hondo's like to Maul and Savage and the rest of these pirates is like, "No, I'm not. This is my place. Then mine."
My place.
That's right. So no, I'm the leader. You guys, you can come back here. And the pirates are like, "No, no, we're gonna stay with," because I mean they think like Maul and Savage, right? They think
I
that
think
they're
they bribed him a little, the
broad,
pirates.
but I mean just having lightsabers, they think they're powerful Sith, obviously.
True
So
that.
let's stay on their good side.
Yeah.
They know all about that. So yeah, so Obi-Wan ends up coming down to the planet with his buddy Jedi Master, and fight ensues. Maul and Savage, and unfortunately Savage kills the other Jedi Master Adi Gallia and dies, and that's pretty sad.
Pretty sad.
Obi-Wan took that pretty hard.
Yeah.
Um, gets her lightsaber and runs for it from the pirates and Maul and Savage.
Yes.
Then Obi-Wan says to Hondo, "You go, and I'll defend him." And Hondo's like, "What? Me go, and you stay here? Okay, sounds good."
That was really funny.
So Maul and Savage against Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan eventually cuts Savage's arm off.
Yes.
Maul gets really mad at this, force pushes Obi-Wan and creates a cave-in.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hondo ends up getting the loyalty back of the pirates.
Yep.
And so when Maul and Savage go back to the pirates and says, "Okay, let's do this," then the pirates are like, "I don't think so."
Yep.
And start shooting at Maul and Savage, and Maul gets his cyber leg blown off.
Yep.
And ends up leaving in a spaceship. The pirates use a rocket, I think, to
I believe so. It was a rocket. Yep.
to blow up their ship, but they escape in an escape pod. They end up in space, and their ship crashes. And Hondo is very happy to have the treasures of the Republic credits from that ship.
Yes.
So that's basically, and then you have Savage and Maul just drifting in space. No food, no water,
Nope.
just nothing. They start freezing.
Yeah.
So you don't really hear much about them until episode 14 of season 5, and it's a 3-parter. And this I found was a really good 3-parter episode.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, for sure. So basically you have, it's all about the Mandalorians, and Death Watch finds Maul and Savage almost dead,
Yeah.
and picks them up and revives them back at their home base.
Yeah.
Maul wakes up first and decides to have a plan. to gain more of an army instead of just little pirates. Let's build up a big army. So they get
Hmm.
Death Watch, and they fix up Savage. His arm gives him a cyber arm. And so they start making an army, and they go to all the crime families like Black Sun, the
Yes.
Pikes, the Huts.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and they all big one big army to try and take over Mandalore. And the 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 whole premise is that they're gonna get these crime families to invade Mandalore and then have Death Watch come and save them because Mandalore is all about peace right now with Satine in charge. So Death Watch is going to save them, gain the trust of the people, but in the background, Maul and Savage will be pulling the strings. So it'll be basically their planet.
Yeah.
So so that's how that goes. And it pretty much turns out exactly like that, except at the ending, Death Watch turns on Maul, or some of them, anyways. And Maul is upset. So he wants a fight for honor to rule the Death Watch. And of course, Maul does win,
Hmm.
gets the dark saber, which is awesome.
Super cool.
Hey, when you saw it, it was like pretty awesome, eh?
Yeah.
So yeah, so the dark saber comes into play then, and he gets to keep that,
Yeah.
and that was pretty cool. Satine is put in prison, but she ends up escaping and calling Obi-Wan Kenobi at the Jedi Council. The Jedi Council won't help, knows that the Republic won't help because it's a neutral system, and it's understandable. I
Yeah.
mean, you're neutral. They have bigger fish to fry, anyways, with the Separatists. So Obi-Wan borrows one of Anakin's ships that's
Oh, that
falling
was
apart,
so funny.
just falling apart, and yeah, so Obi-Wan does eventually get there.
Eventually.
Yeah, and doesn't he get caught?
Well, I believe he didn't have the parking papers, so then he brings one of them in his ship and then takes his armor.
Oh yeah, takes his armor. That's right. Yes, but how does he get caught? How does he end up? Does don't they?
I believe he goes to.
Oh, doesn't he save Satine? And then he's
Yes,
taking
yes,
off, trying to take off into the ship, and then it gets blown up,
yeah,
and he just jumps out with Satine.
yes.
Okay, so yeah, so that happens, and so Satine and Obi-Wan are captured, and they're at with Darth Maul and Savage, and unfortunately, Maul kills Satine in front of Obi-Wan, and now I don't know if you've known from other episodes, but Satine and Obi-Wan had a thing.
Had a thing
Okay,
going.
they had a thing going. They both loved each other very much, but although Obi-Wan being a Jedi couldn't express that, Satine being in politics couldn't show that towards him. They obviously didn't do nothing about it, but they had a thing. So it
Yeah,
was it was kind of really sad actually. So yeah, Satine dies. Obi-Wan just loses. He just grieves, and he's put in prison. But on the way to prison, Satine's sister ends up, and a few rebels end up freeing him and basically getting him a ship to get the heck out of there.
yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and yeah, so he goes back to the Jedi Council, and that's pretty much what you see of Obi-Wan. And then Maul feels the Force, the bad, bad part of the Force, the dark side, and it's actually Darth Sidious that comes.
Yes.
Now this is awesome because Darth Sidious comes and sees that Maul has Savage as an apprentice and says, I think you're trying to betray me here. I already have another apprentice. So Savage and Maul fight Sidious, and Sidious just plays with them. I mean,
Yeah.
totally just plays with them.
Destroys.
Yeah,
Completely. It was
like Sidious has two sabers. He's just going at it. I mean, you never see Sidious with two sabers
that
before.
really surprised me. Like,
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
that was. So basically, you have Savage and Maul fighting against Sidious. Sidious is just taking it, no problem. And then Sidious kills Savage,
Yeah.
and that sucked. Maul was pretty upset with that. Got extremely angry,
Yes.
and then
He pulls out the dark saber
yeah, that's right.
and
Pulls out
starts
dark
fighting
saber.
him.
So it's dual sabering about against dual sabering,
Yes.
and that was a pretty.
That was
That
awesome.
was cool. But unfortunately, Maul loses to that and is flung back and forth, up and down by Sidious, using the Force, electric, Force lightning,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was pretty much it. And but Darth Sidious has plans for Maul,
Yep.
so we don't really see him after that in the Clone Wars. You don't hear much about him unless it's just before Order 66, and if you read the Ahsoka novel, Maul is on Mandalore, and Ahsoka finds this out and gets her sabers back because she had quit being a Jedi, and gets her
Mm.
sabers back and goes with Captain Rex and some clone troopers to go fight. But then Order 66 happens, and Maul escapes because the clone troopers turn against Ahsoka and Captain Rex.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to see that in the Clone Wars season 7.
That's gonna be really cool.
Yes, for next year.
Excited for that.
That'll be on the Disney streaming service, which I still am hesitant about, but we'll see when it comes out if it's worth it or not. So next time, part 3 will be about Maul in the Star Wars Rebels TV series, and then that'll be it. So I think it's about 4 or 5 episodes he's in there. So we'll try and wrap it up next week. So thank you for watching this, and I'm hoping you enjoyed it. Uh, Take it easy. Have a great day. Don't forget to share and like, comment, all those things that everyone else says. Just go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
All right, that'd be cool. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Peace. You can follow us at our social media on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. Thank you for all the support.